A new street art initiative called Stop Telling Women to Smile has gained popularity for speaking out against street harassment. The project was started by Tatyana Fazlalizadeh as a way to confront her own aggressors. Realizing she wasn't the only woman being victimized, she decided to take a stand by creating portraits of women who had endured harassment in public spaces and sparking conversations about a woman's right to her own space.
If you're not smiling, people automatically think something's wrong with you and that you need to smile.
It must be girls, right? Oh, no?
And so it's this kind of forced thing where women are being told to smile, to look pretty, to look pleasant. Not for you as the woman, but for me as the asker or the demander, because it'll make me feel better to see you smile. My name is Tatyana Fazlalizadeh, and I am an artist based in Brooklyn, New York. And my project, Stop Telling Women to Smile, is a public art series that addresses gender-based street harassment. I started Stop Telling Women to Smile in late 2012. I was working on a mural at the time, and it just got me thinking about work that's in the public space and how people interact with it and how it affects them, as opposed to work that's in a gallery or in my studio. And so I thought I should do a street art project about street harassment, because street harassment is something that I experience all the time, and it's something that, as an artist, I've wanted to work on for a long time. I just didn't know what medium to really use for it. I was kind of looking at artists who use wheat paste, and it was kind of inspired by them. It felt like the best medium to use, as opposed to, spray paint, because I could essentially do my own style, make a drawing, make a painting, spend time on it, have it be very detailed and beautiful, and then simply make a copy of it and put it outdoors. I feel like a lot of people are looking at this project as sort of a response to street harassment. Because when you're outside on the street, sometimes you don't know what to say, or if you should say something, or what you should do. And I feel like this just seems to be a good response, a good way to react for women. And I think that's why a lot of women have made the project so popular. So that is a question I want to pose to you all, is what is harassment to you? Like, when do you feel harassed? And when do you not feel harassed? Because for me, I feel like I know what a compliment is. I don't have to have someone tell me what that is. For me, it's a clear line, but that's me, so maybe it's different for someone else. So what is street harassment to you all?
First of all, I think a compliment is something that you can just clearly just say, "You look very nice today, ma'am." Or, "Wow, you have on something really pretty." Or, even if I am smiling, you can just smile. You don't have to even tell. I think telling somebody to do anything, or, it's like you're intruding in on their own personal space.
It's an intrusion of space for me. That's like the basic level of it.
Right.
Like, there's all these other levels, but the base, it's like, I don't know you. You don't know, like, my history with men. Like, maybe I don't feel comfortable with some stranger coming up to me when it's dark at night. And like,
The process involves me sitting and talking with a woman or a group of women. I talk to them about, you know, street harassment, what they go through, their experiences, what they've been through, what they want to say about it, how they feel about it.
And then kind of turn that way a little bit if you can. And then look at me. Yeah, you look a lot angrier.
The process continues after that by me taking their photograph and doing a drawing of them from that photograph.
So did you think of something that you might want to say to harassers that could potentially be the text on a poster?
you don't know me, you don't know my story.
Okay.
The text that I add to the final posters is either an exact quote from them or it's something that's inspired by their story or their experience or what they want to say. I get a lot of responses from people that are saying things like, I like to smile, or smiling is good. Everyone should smile. What's wrong with smiling? It's not about smiling. I like to smile too. Everyone smiles. It's about being told to smile, which is a very important part of that message. Stop telling women to smile. It doesn't say stop smiling, women. It's stop telling women to smile, because it's something that I feel like happens to a lot of people, and I think that that's because we are looked at as having to be pretty, be pleasant, be likable, be approachable all the time. I put that in the context of street harassment in this series because sometimes when you're told to smile and you don't smile, a man's reaction becomes very punitive. So, oh, you don't want to smile, fine. You know what I mean? And so then you're insulted. And I think that that's harassment, absolutely. This project has plenty of times for me to get discouraged. When people first started defacing these posters, when I first started reading these comments in the comment sections on all these articles, it was like, wow, maybe I'm not doing something good. Maybe this, this is too much. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this. But then I realized, like, no, you have to be very steadfast in what your beliefs are, and then you just keep going with it, you know? Whatever your idea is, whatever your goal is, whatever you want to say, find a way to say it and get it out there, and then just do it. If you're doing it for yourself in particular, then that'll be enough. And then if people catch on to it, then that's fantastic, and they probably will, because whatever you experience and you go through, tons of other women do too, and they'll probably catch on and appreciate it.